Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P Funk. Thinking right out here with nothing on but my pyramids, doing what I do for you. I got a nice lesson, should be quick and short, but very informative. I got a nice one for you. Let's go. Rightism 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. The message is a story for life. I give life lessons. You tune in. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's go. Right Thinker's mission, and that's what I'm on, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right Thinker's way of life, through mental and spiritual discipline, daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. That's my mission, to get all right thinkers to do just that. Know thyself, and I have the means and the ways to do just that. All you gotta do is tune in. I'm giving it to you, and you use them, and you do just that. Know thyself. Let's go. I asked the question: do you know you? It's rhetorical, but if you don't have an answer for yourself, tune in. I can help you with that. That's what I do for you. So I ask you: a person, I'm gonna say this, a person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not. It's simple. You teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believes and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. That's okay. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thing to know thyself. And to Maya, be true. I got a nice quick lesson here, and the title is Divine Spirit and Moses. What? I told you I don't do religion because they separated God from man. And this is the perfect example. That's why I'm doing the lesson, to get my point across. Watch this. Now let's go. In the ancient times, they had a general term for priests and priestesses, what they would call hymns or hempt, aka priests and priestesses. And they was all divided into different ranks, again, different levels. And there were Karib, a high priest, in essence, a hierophant. It was called hierophant. And some of the titles of them, but going on down this all the fluff, I gotta get through that. So, but the main thing is the judges at that time were also part of a priesthood. Okay, they specifically belonged to the following of goddess Maya. Okay, and that was the largest priesthood belonging to the temples of the god of Amun, Asar, Ra, Haru, and the goddesses. You might not know these, but these are my girls. Net, Aset, which is Isis, Het Haru, okay? And then you got those goddesses who are also known by their other names, which are given according to their mystical symbolism. Like you tell me, do the lesson about the headdress of the teachings. These include, again, Aset, Nephthys, Bas, Mut, Nekhepet, Ujat, and all other forms of the goddesses. There's a bunch of them. But right now we're talking about divine spirit and Moses. And the reason why they reference to the ancient Egyptian view concerning the Hierophant or the teachers of what? The mysteries came from Philo, which is from Alexandria, which is where all the information was stored before Alexander numbnuts came and burned it up and redid everything his way. But in Alexandria was the home of all information. Over 1 million papyrus was burned and destroyed. So, and what he's saying was he was a mystic practitioner also of the Egyptian mysteries. And he also taught Gnostic Christianity. Okay. And that then Gnostic Christianity was an outgrowth of ancient Egyptian religion system. Gnostics includes mystical teachings, watch this, in Coptic, which is hieroglyphics wrote into words, and the Greek language about what? The nature of the soul and of creation along with mystical wisdom and philosophy, which lead to what? Mystical awareness, aka spiritual enlightenment. But you got you got the Orthodox Christianity. You know who they was? The Roman and the Byzantine Catholicism, which that was in control. They came in which they survived what they put in play, which is the Bible that we study today. That's where it comes from, and which survived to this day. That originated out of Christian Gnosticism, which come out of Egypt. So let's talk about in reference to the divine spirit and Moses. Philo gives the following. This is his interpretation, his concept. Watch this. Now, in the divine spirit is never, the divine spirit is ever present with only one class of men. With those who what? Having stripped themselves, of all things in Genesis, even to the innermost veil and garment of what? Opinion. You come into God with what? Minds and unclothed and naked. You come clean, bottom line. And so Moses, here we go. Everybody knows the story. Having fixed his tent is the concept outside the camp. That is the whole of the body, meaning that is to say, having made firm his mind so that it does not move. Okay, you got his mind fixed on God, I'm with you, and begin to worship God and entering into what? The most holy mysteries. Okay, I'm still with you. And he became not only a mystic, which is a teacher of the mysteries, but also a hierophant of revelations and a teacher of what? Divine things, which he will indicate to those who have had what? Their ears made pure. Told you, to order to hear the teacher, the student ears have to be willing. If the ears ain't clear, message won't be heard by the ignorant. Okay, truth only be heard by those who are in search of the truth. So, with such kind of man, the divine spirit is what? Ever present, guiding their every way aright. That's good. Stay with me. Now, Philo directly addresses the idea of what? Of the divine inspiration uses Moses, whom what the Bible states was an Egyptian priest. And as an example, Philo's description of the meeting, what's this, between God and Moses is an example of the Orthodox versus the Gnostic understanding, and practice of spirituality. That ain't about to have a problem. They about to have a problem. What you mean? Pay attention. Follow me. I'm trying to do it nice and slow so you can see where I'm going with this. Trying not to let the cat out the bag, so to speak. So just roll with me. I know where I'm going. Come on, just hold on. That's my pastor tell you. But watch this. Now, while the Orthodox view presents this meeting as Moses being conscious of himself as what? As a person, the I, the ego self. He understand right this. And a person looking at God. Who where? Where is God? Who is outside of himself. Therein lies the problem, because the Gnostic understanding, what they got from the Egyptians, understanding is that what? God is communed with by setting aside your ego consciousness. Further on, Philo states that what? It is when this ecstasy occurs. That's when you and God become one. Having fixed his tent outside the camp, that the true worship of God begins. When you overcome your egoistic concepts and ideas, that's, again, God only going to come to places that's ready. If you ain't ready, he ain't coming. You got to prepare yourself. In Masonic order, before we do anything, you got to be in position. Okay, so let's go way back. And it's a spiritual concept. Watch this. Now, it is this ecstasy which provide what? Real insight into one's own spiritual nature and which bestows what? The highest ability to teach others about what? The mysteries of the soul. This point is very important for what a serious aspirant, aka you right thinkers, to understand. Watch this. Now, as a worshiper of the divine, if you maintain yourself separate within your mind and body and hold on to what? Your ego. Remember, check the ego. What the God told Moses, take off them sandals. You on holy ground. You in my presence. Ego got to go. And watch this. Now you are only, if you don't do that, you are what? You're only practicing a ritualistic form of worship. And that's when Moses came down. That's what they was doing. They done made him a golden calf. They done made him something to celebrate. Okay? That's according to the book. I know the lesson. I know that lesson. Okay? I do go to church. And this form of what? Superficial practice of spirituality is what y'all subjected to. And you will never bestow true knowledge on you. Rather, your knowledge will be based on an information and you are able to gather from what? Your mind and senses, which is limited and conditioned. Excuse me. So you strive, right? Thinkers, this is it. I'm taking it home. You strive to see with what? Your inner eye, the third eye, and the heart. It sees reality, no subject to emotionally or a personal error. It sees the essence. And intuition, then it is the most important quality to develop. Open up the third eye, the pineal gland. That's in the lesson. And right thinking, as in closing, may you all live to be 100 and me 100 minus a day. So I never knew the right thinkers you, like you, have passed away. I'm out. I'll be back.